So I was about to go do an Instagram story about this topic, and then as I go to record, I'm like, there's absolutely no way that I can put what I'm about to talk about in this video there in 1 minute, okay? This is such a potent teaching in regards to masculine and feminine energy. Now, what you need to understand when I'm talking about the masculine, I'm not just talking about a man, I'm talking about the energy within all things, okay? This is the law of gender, 12 universal laws of the universe. Every single thing, like even this plant behind me has a masculine and feminine pole so that they can recreate, okay? In my world, we're not manifesting, we're birthing our reality through finding union between masculine and feminine, okay? Super freaking deep codes here. Today, this lesson is about masculine testing, masculine pushing against your own inner masculine. Meaning, this could be a woman, your boss pushing against you. This could be your coach. This could be your friend, her own masculine pushing yours, or your man, or your business, or your money, or your social media, okay? The masculine is like you, the feminine. I want you to imagine the feminine is like at the center, and then everything around her is like the masculine responding to her. And then we can shift it, and then you could go into your masculine pole and recognize that you are responding to everything, okay? So when clients work with me in regards to love, business, money, their dream lifestyle, you name it, right? Like creating the reality of their dreams, which usually involves love, money, lifestyle, we can shift from her being in her feminine, how is your business relating to you? How is the money? How is the man relating to you? And then we can shift her into the masculine. How are these things relating to you as though they are the feminine, okay? Again, super deep. You don't need to understand this. This is what happens when you work with me, which allows you to call in more money, more clients, all the things, because we're literally going into both of your energies and making sure that they're harmonized in union to create the reality that you're actually here to have, okay? The whole point of this teaching, though, it's already two and a half minutes, 2 minutes 15. This is why I couldn't just do a story, is that the masculine will almost like probe you to see if you will fall, if you will collapse. Have you ever dated a man who, like, he seems to really like you as you are, okay? You're like your t-shirts, you're like chilling, your hair, all these things. And then all of a sudden you start dating, and then he's like subtly trying to change you. This is like super intense because this is one thing of like the masculine wanting to contain things. Like the masculine wants to like compartmentalize and contain everything, okay? Whereas the feminine, we can multitask, right? So it's like when a man is in a relationship with you, he wants to like contain you. Like he wants to like put you in a container that he can understand you, right? So when you are like all of these different things, he's like, must put her in a container that I can hold and understand, right? And for the masculine, the feminine is so vast, so expansive. Let's just pretend she's like the ocean. You know what I mean? It's like, or like, again, imagine the sun and the entire earth itself. Like there's so much happening on the earth. The sun would not be able to contain that, okay? So for a man, it's very intense, okay? So before we start judging men, hating on men for doing that, it's kind of like this interesting energetic thing where he's trying to like protect you in a way, and he's also trying to make sure that there is this container for you, okay? So there is like a rightfulness in it. I'm not saying to go along with it though, okay? This is why we keep watching the YouTube video. There is a rightfulness in it, okay? It's like the river and the river bends. Without the river bend, it's just gonna be like mud everywhere, or it's just gonna dry up. The feminine, that river needs. Okay, I just got a phone call. I need to go bring my son his gi. He's doing jiu-jitsu 4 days a week. He's like a little warrior. He's so cute. I'm also doing jiu-jitsu. I'm like a little warrior. I'm a little warrior. It's also super cute watching me fight. Soon there will be YouTubes of that. Okay, like the river bend needs that containment. Okay, but what's going down is like your inner masculine needs to be your own containment. Your masculine needs to be your own strength. So when somebody comes in, and this is why I want you to relate it to the man, to your business, to the money, to your audience, to all these things, okay? When someone comes in and says, I don't like your hair like that, Is your inner masculine strong enough to go, okay, this is how I do my hair? When you show up online and you post something, like I made a post today, fire. Even like I asked ChatGPT, does this make sense? And ChatGPT was like, wow. It got like no likes, okay? This is how the devil likes to mess with me. Guess what? Am I going to collapse under the fact that I got no likes, or am I going to hold the fact that that post is freaking fire? Which FYI, lately I've been holding that, and then my posts are going viral days later, okay? Can you hold it? When a man comes in who used to love when you wore thong bikinis and now all of a sudden is saying that he doesn't like you wearing thong bikinis, can you hold that? Can your inner masculine be like, I understand that you don't like this and this is who I am? Or do you collapse? Do you fall into fears of abandonment? Do you fall into, I have to do everything to make them happy. I have to make sure that they're okay. I have to, Do you fall into that people-pleasing beta energy? Or do you hold it? So when you are in a relationship, and there are so many teachings about how the masculine loves like the wild woman. And in our book club, we're reading Women Who Run with Wolves. When you work with me in Union, we have a book club. We're reading Women Who Run with Wolves. And we were talking about how men love like the wild woman, not wild girls gone wild, wild as in like raw, primal, natural, like she's herself. She's her truest self, okay? Which is literally the work that you do when you come and work with me. Men love that. And then because of this like kind of interesting unconscious containment thing that they have, they put her in the house, they change everything about her, and then he's no longer in love with her. It's your job as a woman to have such a strong inner masculine that when he comes and pushes that, again, the man, the money, the business, the audience, when they come in and say, I don't like this, when someone says, I don't like your art, are you solid enough to go, okay, right? I remember one time, I don't remember which podcast this was, but it just hit me so deep. The guy was saying, do not let their praise affect you in the same way that you don't let their hate affect you. Like you cannot let either affect you. Because if you're letting their praise, if someone's like, oh my God, like I love that you wear pink, and then you just start wearing pink all the time, you're out of alignment with yourself. And if they're like, I hate that you wear pink, and then you stop wearing pink, like either side of the coin, either intense praise or intense rejection, if you allow yourself to waver, very like a weak person because of fears of rejection, abandonment, wanting to be liked, you are not in alignment with your truth. So your masculine is testing your power, your strength, your truth. And I'm telling you that when you are the type of woman, the like quote unquote bitch, who's just like, this is who I am, this is who I am, this is who I am, regardless of whether you're like he leaves or abandons you or doesn't choose you, if you're good, regardless of that, he will choose you. When you run your business and you're like, this is my work, this is what I'm here to do, this is what I want to say, this is it, regardless of whether people are like, oh my gosh, that's amazing or not, that's when everyone comes and works with you. Why? Because that's magnetic. That's powerful. Also, you are a strong container, right? So right now I'm talking to you as like the feminine, but again, we get to switch it around. So if you are a business and we switch it as you as the masculine, as a business owner, everyone's going to want to come towards you because you have such a strong, potent container. They feel safe. They can trust you. Again, the masculine, we need his containment. We want a man who's like, babe, like some form of containment. Otherwise, we wouldn't feel safe if he was just flailing around, didn't care about anything. Again, we need containment. We don't need this, we need this. So when you can also have that for yourself internally, you have that for the world, people trust that. People gravitate towards that. Even the man, if you're in a relationship with a man and you have a strong, grounded, masculine energy, that is an energy that his feminine, his internal feminine can make a home within. That is an energy that his internal feminine feels safe within. This is a dynamic that my man and I are constantly, because we're both very masculine and very feminine, and we're constantly recognizing, I have to recognize, oh my gosh, my masculine isn't creating safety for him and vice versa. And we are literally learning to do this dance. And I do this within my business as well, right? So don't immediately think it's this terrible thing. Look at it as like, this man is poking me to see if I'm in my power. And every single man that you are in a relationship with, even my clients, a lot of them that are building their businesses, they're getting hit right now. No likes, no views, sales are dropping off. All these things are happening. And I tell them it's because all of these things are poking them to put them in their power, because they're not, because they're wavering, because they're being like, oh, nobody likes me, or what am I gonna do to get the sale? Versus like, yo, this is my fucking magic. This is why you fucking work with me. Let's go. Like, that's the energy, right? That's the energy that I'm in my business, and that's why it freaking flourishes and is growing so much, right? You need to be in that energy. Okay? Does this make sense? Drop your comments. I am sure there's going to be a lot of you that are like, oh, all sorts of things. That's controlling, blah, blah, blah. Understand when I'm talking about masculine and feminine, energies, not people, energies. They're within all things. Your money can be masculine or feminine. Your business can be masculine or feminine. Your relationship, you both have masculine and feminine energies. You are constantly relating to everything from either your feminine or your masculine. That's the work that we're doing here. So can you cultivate stronger masculine energy that comes from no longer needing them to like you, no longer needing them to validate you, no longer needing someone to choose you, no longer being afraid of being alone? When you can be that solid fortress within yourself, everything will gravitate towards you. And trust me, men love, do not listen to these red pill guys. Men love challenge. Men love a strong, potent woman who, yes, isn't like combative and defensive and under protection mechanisms. That's not the vibe. But they love like a potent queen, a queen. That's a purified feminine being, and she's both feminine and masculine. Men love that. And also, it's not even about what men love. It's about being the truest, highest version of you, and that's inevitably going to align you with your person who's also going to be the truest and highest version of themselves, which is going to be a beautiful flavor of masculine and feminine together, and y'all are going to be coded for each other and meant for each other and all the things, okay? I know we went all over the place here. Drop your comments, share on your stories. Sending you all the love. And if you are like, oh my gosh, I need more of this like wild codes for my business and my relationship, DM me on Instagram.